Black True Crime is a podcast that researches and discusses murders committed by Black offenders. It is a podcast that anyone and everyone is welcome to enjoy, but it may not be enjoyed by anyone and everyone, so listener discretion is advised. Now, without further ado, this is Black True Crime.
Do not go gentle into that good night.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, everybody. What's going on?
I'm Kayla.
And I'm Kristen.
And welcome to Black True Crime. If this is your first time here at the show, welcome and hello.
Hi, guys.
Today's case is actually not a listener requested case. I wanted to do something a little bit different because in the media and all of this just horrible murder stuff already that we were dealing with, I just wanted to go a different route this time. So I found this case. I thought it was super interesting and I wanted to share it with you guys.
Oh, I'm excited.
Okay, so are you ready?
Let's get into it.
Awesome. We rarely cover cases that have little to no background information about a killer's upbringing, which is something we rely on heavily to make our own assumptions about how the monster we see was formed. And today is the exception. By the end of this case, you'll be left asking why. Just why? Join us as we attempt to explain the unexplainable actions of LaTosha Cunningham. So, LaTosha Cunningham, aka Net, that's what she went by, was born on November 9th, 1973, around East St. Louis, Illinois. Kristen, what happened in Black history at any time? Because I don't know what you chose to do today.
Right. So literally, I chose to not do anything related to the year 1973. I really wanted to highlight this one really cool person that I've been getting to know recently. And her name is Victoria Toya Montu.
Oh.
And Victoria Montu was actually a Haitian soldier. She was a midwife, which means she delivered babies, and she was a spiritual leader. It is believed that she taught Haiti's revolutionary leader, Jean-Jacques Dessalines, which I probably am saying that completely wrong, but y'all know how we do. She actually taught him, it was said that she taught him how to fight in hand-to-hand combat, period.
Wow.
She also taught him how to throw a knife and also shoot a gun. She went even further to actually command soldiers in battle during the famous uprising against the French, which led to Haiti becoming the first free Black nation in the Western world. Did you know that? Because I didn't.
No, I didn't know that.
Okay, Haiti.
Wow.
So, yes, upon her death, she was actually given a state funeral with a procession of about 8 different sergeants. So she was well respected and well protected. But unfortunately, she passed away.
Do you know how she passed away? Was it
No,
natural? Okay. Well, maybe you should look into that and give us something extra on TikTok for this week.
Well, I was going to say, if you did want to know more about her, there's going to be a TikTok about her very soon. And I know I've been saying that a lot, but I actually have been working on the TikToks and I'm going to roll them out very soon.
Well, thank you, sister. That was very informative.
Of course. Right on.
I haven't said it for a while. Thank you for that trip down history lane. Okay, so Latasha, she was born November 9th, 1973. I couldn't find a damn thing about her childhood or her upbringing, like I said in the intro. And the only thing I was really able to find is that she had some children of her own. How many? I don't know. And I think it's actually the least amount of background information that we've ever had on the show about one person. From my recollection. It's pretty hard to beat nothing. So...
You don't know anything about her.
I have no idea about this bitch. Let me put her on the screen really quick. If you're on Patreon, you're about to see this hoe.
Hey, Natasha.
Her name's Latasha, sister.
Latasha.
Yeah,
hey,
that's
Latasha.
Hey, Latasha, girl. So don't worry. I know we kind of favor that part of the episode. I know I do. But the case is still going to give, so it'll be fine. So fast forward to 1993, Latasha is sentenced to 9 years in prison for robbing and shooting an elderly woman.
Dang. So she was 20 at this time?
Yes.
Wow, Latasha, you're hardcore.
Right? I was like, where did this come from? Literally, who have you been your whole life?
Right. And why'd you have to shoot her? She was old.
Well, she was apparently she was 61 years old, and she was apparently robbing her and then just shot her in the chest after the woman had already given her the $205 she had.
Ruthless.
No shame in her game. And thankfully, the victim survived, so it wasn't murder, and said that she was giving Latasha a ride when Latasha demanded her purse and then just shot her. Latasha tried to say they've had the wrong person, in their sights. It wasn't her, but the victim picked her out of a lineup twice. It's like, bitch, I know who shot me. In my face, to my face, in my chest.
Like, I know. I remember. I literally was going to give you a ride.
Please. Fast forward to 2011, Latasha is still living in East St. Louis, and I'm not even sure if she's actually working. Kristen, we don't know anything about her.
We don't know nothing about
nothing.
Ibea looking ass.
Ibea is someone that used to do Kristen's hair when she was 8 years old. So shout out to Ibea. From what I could tell, Latasha was just robbing people, I guess. And she was just getting better at it because she didn't go necessarily back to prison between that time that I could find. So in 2011, like I said, it's May 18th. And 85-year-old Yoko Cullen, put her on the screen. She's so precious.
Oh, hi, Yoko.
Kristen, so precious. She went to Collinsville, a city outside of Belleville, Illinois, to play a little bingo at a place called Fireman's Hall. We all know how old people are about their bingo, right? If you don't have a casino close by, bingo is your casino.
Period. I love a good bingo.
Me too. And she spent a lot of time there. Good for her. And she would go by herself at 85, period.
I still have a life.
But unfortunately, she would never make it home. And when Yoko didn't return home, her children became extremely worried. And on Friday, May 20th, they filed a missing persons report with the Belleville Police Department. Later that same day, literally a few hours later, Yoko's 2008 Mazda 3 would be found abandoned near the intersection of 11th Street and Falling Springs Road in East St. Louis. And her car looked like it had been set on fire. Actually, it didn't look like it was fully burnt up.
Oh my gosh. And she wasn't in there?
Kristen, we're going to get to it. And initially when they saw the car, they were just okay, maybe it's just burnt up. No big deal. That's what they usually do when they steal a car. And it was found in an area, I don't know if I said this already, it was found in an area that is very common for people that steal cars to go dump them at. So they didn't really think too much into it, and they towed the car to Andy's Auto Body in Madison County. But when the trunk was later open, there laid 85-year-old Yoko Cullen's body lifeless.
No.
Yes, sister, and she was burnt the fuck up.
Oh my gosh. Yoko, rest in peace.
Yoko. I want to say Yoko Ono for some reason. I don't know why.
It fits.
It does, but she's so cute, and she literally just looks like someone that would hug you on the street.
And she put that woman in the truck. You're wrong for that, Latasha. You wrong.
According to the coroner, almost her entire body was consumed, but parts of her trachea were still intact, and they found that it was coated with soot, meaning that Yoko was still alive when she was in the trunk and they lit it on fire.
You're disgusting, Latasha.
I can't even look at her. I refuse to look at her.
People who prey on the elderly and prey on kids and pets, I ain't got no sympathy for y'all.
The worst type of evil. You go for the most vulnerable.
The most vulnerable. I won't say innocent for the elderly because we all know the elderly be cutting up.
Kristen, they're just as bad as we are.
Yeah,
today.
but vulnerable, absolutely.
Absolutely. Super, super sad. So the only way they could find out anything that really happened to her because of the state of her body is a confession. Something that you may not know about Yoko is that she lived less than a mile away from where Latasha lived. And they'd also been aware of each other in passing because both women were regulars at the bingo hall.
Girl, what if Yoko was racist?
Well, I don't think that didn't come up, bitch. That didn't come up, okay? It's very plausible.
You know.
Listen, anybody can be racist. Let's, get that all the way together. But I didn't see that as being a part of the motive in my research.
And even if she was, I wasn't saying that, that's a reason for Latasha coming after her.
Exactly.
It's still not a reason.
Maybe they had like some bad interactions or something, but from the research, there was none. And Yoko, literally, she spent a lot of time at the bingo place. So maybe Latasha thought she was making a lot of money. She was rich. I don't know. Maybe she stereotyped her because she's Asian, you know. But she specifically targeted Yoko because she felt like she had a lot of money. And it was only $390 that she got away with.
Wow. Killing a whole woman, scorching a car for $393.
Exactly. Pathetic. And we already know she's willing to do terrible things for little amounts of money because she's already did it and done time for it. So imagine if that woman like actually died back then in 1993. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Latasha hopefully would have went to jail forever. But
forever.
I think she still should have for attempted murder. Hello? And Latasha didn't do all of this alone.
Ooh, because you did say they earlier, and I thought it was a slip up.
It's not a slip up. She did it with 30-year-old DeMarcus Barnes. Kristen's face.
Marcus.
And 21-year-old, I'm sorry, Daquan Barnes.
No.
Let's do this one.
So they all did that to that little lady? I can't.
Yeah, this is bad. It's a
Straight
different
hoodlums.
I didn't say this case is going to be any less terrible, but it's just a different type of terrible.
Right.
You know, there aren't kids involved, thank God. And shout out to the kids that just lost their lives at that school in Texas. What the fuck is happening? Shout out to the people that lost their lives at the Tom's grocery store.
Like,
and where's that? New York?
Yes, Buffalo, New York. It's been back to back to back mess. I don't know what the heck is going on.
I feel like there's like a forum out there where a bunch of these bored ass fucking
hateful people,
hateful halfway children are talking to each other in groups and planning these things because this guy like did what happened in, you know, to the children at the elementary school was an 18-year-old as well.
Yep, young, just like
I
the
just
other
don't
one.
fucking get it. I don't fucking get it. We pray for your families and we're fucking heartbroken and need a mental health break.
Period.
Good Lord. Okay, now back to this terrible shit. So the three of them were actually involved, and Daquan didn't really know Latasha. That was actually his first time ever meeting her the day that they killed Yoko. But Latasha was familiar with DeMarcus because DeMarcus was dating her niece at the time. And DeMarcus and Daquan were cousins.
Okay.
So now that you guys know who was involved, Kristen, can you guess who sang like a canary first?
I'm gonna say one of the boys.
Good job. Who do you think it was?
The youngest, Daquan.
Great assumption because it was Daquan. And he goes by Rug, by the way.
Look at him looking like a scrub in the rug.
He's definitely giving knockoff 21 Savage.
Kayla, that's a fact. He
know?
really is. Kayla, he's giving cracked out Jimmy.
And that's facts, no printer. Shout out to Jimmy, Chrissy. He literally just followed the page today. Just so fucking funny.
Shout out to Jimmy. I don't really like your energy, but it is what it is.
You rubbed her the wrong way
maybe we're
once,
just off.
and she'll never forgive you.
I'll never forget it.
Okay,